So now the wedding story, right, the whole timeline of the weddings began when Jennifer married Ohani Noah.
Yes.
Ohani Noah, remember that?
Yes,
in
I do.
1997, and got divorced in 1998. So they didn't last too much, right?
No.
Ohani Noah proposed to J-Lo with a pear-shaped, right? It appears to be like a pear-shaped diamond ring worth an estimated 6 figures.
That's
so
cute.
this was just that's cute.
I don't like
It's not bad.
No,
this is just the beginning of it.
But that's why I'm saying that's cute, because if you keep going, you're gonna be like, damn.
But you know what? I mean, that's a very nice ring. We're just so used to Jennifer Lopez with these rings, but that's a nice
what we're
ring.
talking about.
Make sure that I don't get a pear-shaped one, okay?
No.
I don't like pear-shaped.
Maybe for my boyfriend to be like, that's cute, so you know.
I felt some sarcasm there for sure.
Nice try.
All right, so then she went on to marry dancer Chris Judd in 2001, and J-Lo and her former backup dancer, Chris, they split up less than a year later, and they finalized the divorce in January 200003, while she was already engaged to Ben Affleck. So she was already engaged to someone when she was getting divorced, right? But going back to Chris, he proposed with this emerald cut diamond ring we just saw there. Now, this one is estimated also to be worth 6 figures, right?
That's cute too.
So still, look at that. You don't hear it, Claudia? It's in there, for sure. For sure. All right, now, Ben. Here we go with Ben. J-Lo and Ben began dating in 2002 when they filmed the famous flop, right? It was a box office disaster, Jiggly. And on November of that year, Affleck, Ben proposed to J-Lo with a 6.1 carat pink diamond solitaire Harry Winston ring, estimated to be worth between $1.2 and $2.5 million. That's more like.
But I'm gonna say that this ring was probably the most wow ring of even. We're not even done with the list, but I think it's the most wow because that was a pink ring. I remember girls started going crazy and wanting pink rings because of Bennifer, which was the beginning. Bennifer was the beginning of like what hashtag couple goals are today.
When you fuse the two names together.
They were the first ones. Bennifer was the first. Like at first we all thought it was Brangelina, but
I
it's
thought
not.
it was Brangelina.
It's Bennifer. They were the first one.
Now, I think it's really interesting to point this out because they were to be married in Santa Barbara, and this was in September of 2003, right? And Affleck, he called it off only 4 days beforehand, right? And the reason is he called, and I'm going to read it, excessive media attention.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Whatever
and then like
means.
a month or two later, it was canceled.
That's a tough blow.
Yep.
That's a tough blow. That's a really, really tough blow.
She said in interviews and articles that it was one that hurt her the most. It was very devastating for her. And at first, there was articles that talking about how it was like a mutual understanding at both of them. But from what I read in the articles and J-Lo's wording, it seemed like it was more on his end than hers, and she was really heartbroken
Of course,
about that.
That's really tough, especially
Imagine
4 days. 4 days, man. All right, so we will continue on with this story because later on, Jennifer married salsa superstar Marc Anthony in 2004, only to split in 2011, and the divorce was finalized in 2014. Now, of course, we all know that they share 2 children, twins, Max and M, and they're such great kids. Yeah, I love when she shares them on social media. Yes. Now, Marc proposed to Jennifer with an 8.5 carat blue diamond Harry Winston engagement ring.
Diamonds.
Here we go. Ready? Estimated to be worth $4 million.
Now that's nice.
$4 million.
That's nice.
There's no sarcasm there.
Can you make sure I get one of those?
No, not at all.
What do you mean no?
I think it was kind of Marc saying like, oh, pink? No, we're gonna go blue.
Yes,
we're gonna
go blue. All the colors of the rainbow. Amigos, aquí en Latinx Now hablamos de todo, desde Bieber hasta Balvin.
Así es. Y lo que tienen que hacer es apretar un botoncito por dónde.
¿Botoncito por dónde?
Me salió el cubano.
Botoncito. El botón.
Suscríbanse, hundan el botón. ¿Botón?
¿Dónde está el botoncito?
Mientras aprendemos cómo hablar español.
¡Botoncito! ¡Botoncito! ¡Botoncito!